Awesome. All right. That is the Polish bassist, Wojtek Pilichowski. There you go. If you're not familiar with him, he has been on 120 albums, created 9 solo albums, very talented and joy to listen to. I just love music and musicians because I personally can't play anything, and I wish I could. It's such a wonderful gift to have, but no matter how much I can play on the keys, messing around on the piano, I am never going to become a pianist. That's just not in my genetic code to do. And that's truly what it is, because we have been genetically designed. And whether you believe in God or not, we are designed to achieve different things. I could never be a doctor, a lawyer, so many things I could never do. And that's the programming. So I think it's beautiful how there's such a diversity among people, that we're not all the same, thank God. So it's a wonderful, beautiful thing to be able to be an appreciator of other people's gifts and abilities, and how marvelously the earth operates too with people. I mean, we're just not flooded with just only doctors, right? Or just lawyers. There's such a wonderful sprinkling of a variety across the world, and talents and abilities, so that it's like a wonderful functioning machine. And even when I'm driving on freeways, I'm so thankful and grateful for the workers there, truckers too. And, these are things that people do, and often we take for granted that they are doing. And so I just think it's a wonderful, beautiful thing how the world operates so often with us really thinking about it. But it is magnificent. So I was at the Tryst Cafe in Phoenix, Arizona, and my ears perked up when I heard a gentleman talking about health. And of course, I'm going through my own health journey, as I've shared with you. And so anybody who's interested in health or is talking about it, I love that. And so I kind of waved to him, and we started talking about health. And he wrote a book called Mindset, and his name is Gary Brisker. It's very thin, but packed full with lots of information. He has worked in the health industry for decades. He worked with Jack LaLanne, Richard Simmons. Totally different. That's funny. So, and yes, welcome to the Church of Caron. I don't think I said that. Excuse me, or maybe I did and I forgot. Who knows? Anyway, in his book, he talks about oils and fats and how we really have to monitor that, because if we make something and there's fat residue left over from what we're making, and then we choose not to throw it down the drain because it'll clog the drains, how is it that we could choose to put fats like that inside our drains, right? And so the healthy fat would be olive oil. And this particular one I'm using today with the salad I'm making is the Coratina, and it has 650 paraphenols in it, which are high antioxidants, and it is a very healthy olive oil. Now, of course, when you start getting into olive oils and becoming a connoisseur, they can go up into the thousands. But this 650 is very good and very healthy. You always want to make sure you get a dark glass bottle and store in a nice dark place, because olive oil does go rancid. It is not like honey. And it's not like wine. It doesn't get better with time. So when you get it, you want to make sure you use it up. And if you don't use it up, throw it out, because it will go rancid. So I got this fabulous grater at IKEA. So cute. And I just take carrot and grate it up, right? That's what I did today. I'm not going to make a mess with the carrots here, but here's the grated carrot. Love the color. Again, the Magnus Opus Creator, and the wonderful crunch, and the flavor, and then all of these benefits, right? The eyes, vitamin A, vitamin K, all these different benefits. If you Google the carrot, how healthy and yummy it is for us. This is a great salad. And you want to put a tablespoon olive oil, and a tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar. Those both should be in your pantry. And then mix that up. And then I also put some garam masala. I love this stuff. I love the flavor. It's really good for pain, excellent for inflammation, many other things. It's an Indian spice, so you have to like that flavor. But I think it adds a wonderful little, extra flavor to the salad. And if you want to add some sweetness, some raisins, a little bit of honey maybe. It doesn't need it though. So good. Very healthy salad. It's great to cleanse your insides with. Of course, carrots are high in fiber, so it's good for that too. But very nutritious, much better than a bowl of cereal. You can eat this in the morning. Salad for breakfast? Yes, yes. 2 thumbs up and 10 fingers. Yeah. So this book mindset, because I just got it, I'm halfway through, and so I'll give you more little tidbits from this book, I am sure. But the olive oil, you really want to incorporate that into your cooking. Now, olive oil does not cook well at high heat, so do not use it at high heat. Use grapeseed oil, and Trader Joe's has a great grapeseed oil, by the way, or coconut oil. Right? So those two are good at higher heats, but not olive oil. It does not do well. It actually goes rancid at higher heats. So you want to be aware of that. Okay. So I went and saw the film that everyone is seeing, and it is A Star is Born. It is the third film, A Star is Born. So if you're not familiar with the other two, you can Google those and check them out. Bradley Cooper is the director, the actor, and the singer. He does it all. The writer. So it's very star-studded because Lady Gaga's in it. And so is the marvelous Sam Elliott. Gotta love that man's voice. Would you please make books on tape, Sam? I think the whole world, if we had Sam Elliott books on tape and everyone had to listen to these, like driving to work or at home, and his voice is so melodious, I think it will really lower the chaos and the stress that's going on. Yes, tell that to Sam. And hats off to Sam for being wedded for umpteen years. He got married in the 80s, and in Hollywood, staying married to one person is like Oscar material. So hats off to Sam for that as well. So star-studded cast, and obviously Bradley Cooper being Bradley Cooper, all he has to do is this. Right? It's like Andy Warhol's screen test, where people would come to his studio and then he'd have them sit in front of a camera and they didn't say anything, they just stared in the camera. Or the movie Sleep that Andy Warhol did. Yeah. Bradley Cooper just could be sleeping in film. People would probably go sit there for a couple hours and watch Bradley Cooper sleep. Anyway, obviously he does so much more in this film, and the women all around me in this theater were oohing and awing at his talents and abilities. But I levitated with Lady Gaga singing. She is, I'm Gaga over Gaga because, her voice is such a power voice. And I think it's amazing. And I love the fact that God gives gifts to everyone, in the sense that there is no, like, if you believe in me, I give you a gift. There is none of that. So, because I believe that we're created by a divine being, and because we have genetically encoded abilities, right? I mean, if I wanted to play the piano, I could sit there and plunk on the piano, but I'm never going to be able to play the piano. And that's just because I am not coded to do so. So I love the fact that, God did not put, made by God across our foreheads or stamp it on our arms or something, like most people do with their items they create, right? We got Gucci that slaps their name on things. Just look at anything that's being marketed. They've got their name on it. They want you to know they created it. And so we have that in our society, and yet God chose not to do that. Now, I personally think that there are signatures on us, God's unique designs with our fingerprints, our eye prints, our tongue prints. These things to me, our DNA, are so unique to us and no other. So that for me is almost like God's abstract signatures. But, that is something that we have only found out through science and wasn't known prior. So, and again, it's something that you can't readily see. So it's very hidden, mysterious, like God is. Okay, so this film is a great date film. Bring a date and bring your dates, and eat them, because they're good for you. Look up 13 proven health benefits of dates. So good, so healthy. And so the film was very engaging. I was levitating when Lady Gaga was singing in certain, parts of the film. However, certain things did distract me. Visually, I was distracted by the bulge in her pants when she was sitting at the piano playing. It was a profile view. I was not really taken in by the hair color change from brown to red. It just wasn't enough for me. Some of the shots, like the head shots, the back shots, side shots, weren't very flattering, I felt, weren't really engaging me again. So the cinematography, perhaps, or just, I don't know what was happening with that. But so I just wasn't fully thumbs up, 10 fingers up. I was two thumbs up. I think it's a good movie. It's got a lot of talent, star cast. But there were some things visually that, for me, because I'm so right-brained, I don't walk around like this, that were distracting. But for most people, I'm sure it wouldn't be distracting. It was just for me. But again, when I look at a film, the visuals, that sense for me is huge, and little distractions really throw me, and then I get obsessed about them because I'm probably OCD. So can't help stop not thinking about them. All right. So, thank you so much for click and play and for joining me today. I would love for you to join me on Wednesday night for the Bourbon Bible Blues and Bees night, and a little hump day midweek unwinding there. And I did want to just say a brief little thought before we say goodbye. The royals have had 2 royal weddings this year. And Eugenie and Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle Sparkle from LA. Hey! And hats off to William and Harry for William choosing a commoner, evidently, Kate. And then Harry going even far further from that, going out of the country, marrying a divorcee. She's her mother's African American and her father's white, but she's mixed race, and then she's 37, so she's 3 years older than him. It's a great story. I love it. I love their wedding. It was rocking, and so many of those people there, their faces, it was great. I was like, yeah. But the only thing I thought was a little odd was when Eugenie versus Meghan, when they got out of the car. Meghan did the full fail. She's been married before, so I thought that was a little odd. But, she's creating a story, so hey, I'm with her. Go with it. Eugenie, I just wanted to point out, which I thought was really brave and really cool and very strong. She has a scar. She had an operation at 12 from her neck down to her back. Hello, girlfriend. I mean, give her a thumbs up and 10 fingers. She was like, she wanted to highlight that. And I thought that was so beautiful. The beauty of a scar. And we all carry scars in so many different ways. But I just thought that was packed full of meaning. Anyway, God bless you. Sending you lots of love. Remember to love your neighbor as yourself and to love yourself well so you can love your neighbor.